Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport, Azria, a complete 360-degree explanation. The Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport, Azria, commonly referred to as Bhogapuram Airport, is one of the most ambitious aviation infrastructure projects undertaken in Andhra Pradesh after the state's bifurcation. Designed as a greenfield international airport, Asraye is being built from scratch on open land at Bhogapuram village in Vizianagaram district, close to Visakhapatnam. This project represents far more than a transportation facility. It is a strategic economic, logistical, and regional development engine intended to transform north coastal Andhra Pradesh. Named after the legendary freedom fighter Alluri Sitarama Raju, the airport symbolizes courage, self-reliance, and regional pride. Azria is planned to meet global aviation standards, cater to long-term passenger growth, boost trade and tourism, and position the Visakhapatnam-Vizianagaram-Srikakulam belt as a major aviation hub on India's eastern coast. Why a new airport was needed? The primary driver behind Azria was the capacity limitation of Visakhapatnam Airport, which is jointly used for civil and naval operations. As a defense airport, civilian flight movements at Visaga are restricted, limiting expansion potential, international connectivity, and operational flexibility. Rapid urbanization, industrial growth, port-led development, and increasing passenger demand made it clear that a dedicated civilian international airport was essential. North Andhra Pradesh and neighboring South Odisha were underserved despite having strong potential in pharmaceuticals, mining, agriculture, seafood exports, IT services, tourism, and education. Azria addresses this gap by offering unrestricted civilian operations, future expansion capability, and global connectivity, which a defense airport cannot provide. Strategic location and regional importance. Bhogapuram's location was carefully selected to serve a wide catchment area. The airport is approximately 44 kilometers from Visakhapatnam, 23 kilometers from Vizianagaram, 64 kilometers from Srikakulam. This strategic positioning allows Azria to serve the entire Uttara Andhra, north coastal Andhra region, and parts of southern Odisha, creating a shared aviation gateway. Its proximity to major ports like Visakhapatnam Port and upcoming industrial corridors strengthens multimodal logistics integration, air, sea, road, and rail. Project development and PPP model Azria is being developed and operated by GMR Visakhapatnam International Airport Limited, a special purpose vehicle of the GMR Group under a public-private partnership PPP framework. In this model, the government of Andhra Pradesh provides land, regulatory approvals, and policy support. The private partner, GMR, is responsible for financing, design, construction, operation, and maintenance for a long concession period. This approach ensures private sector efficiency, access to global best practices, faster execution, and long-term sustainability while retaining public oversight. The development of Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport, Azria, has been a long, multi-phase journey shaped by state bifurcation, policy decisions, land acquisition challenges, and renewed execution momentum. Below is a clear year-by-year timeline explaining how the project evolved from concept to active construction. 2014 Foundation after state bifurcation. After the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh, Visakhapatnam was declared the executive capital. The existing Visakhapatnam Airport, being a naval airport, had limited scope for civilian and international expansion. The government of Andhra Pradesh officially recognized the need for a dedicated greenfield international airport to serve North Andhra. Preliminary discussions began to identify suitable locations. Bhogapuram emerged as the most viable site due to flat terrain and proximity to NH16. 2015 Site finalization and initial planning. Bhogapuram village in Vizianagaram district was formally finalized as the airport location. The state government initiated feasibility studies, environmental assessments, and airspace evaluations. Initial land requirement was estimated at around 2,700 to 3,000 acres. The project was proposed under the public-private partnership PPP model to attract global airport operators. 2016 Bid process and GMR selection. The government of Andhra Pradesh issued a request for proposal (RFP) for airport development. GMR Group won the competitive bidding process. A concession agreement was signed with GMR, granting rights to design, build, operate, and maintain the airport. The project received the Bhogapuram Greenfield Airport clearance from Central Aviation Authorities. 2017 Land acquisition and early delays. Land acquisition began under the Land Acquisition Act but faced farmer resistance. Rehabilitation and resettlement (R&R) concerns legal petitions. Though partial land was acquired, full handover was delayed, slowing project momentum. Environmental and forest clearances were pursued in parallel. 2018 Environmental clearance and design progress. The project received Environmental Clearance (EC) from the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Master planning and conceptual terminal design were finalized. Airport layout, runway orientation 10/28, and airside planning were approved. Despite approvals, construction did not fully begin due to incomplete land acquisition. 2019 Policy shift and project slowdown. A change in state government led to a review of large infrastructure projects. Bhogapuram Airport saw temporary slowdown, with focus shifting to reassessment of costs and priorities. GMR maintained project readiness but awaited full government clearance and land handover. 2020 COVID-19 impact. The COVID-19 pandemic significantly affected aviation sector demand, construction timelines, investment decisions. Physical progress remained minimal, though statutory approvals remained valid. The project stayed alive administratively but without major on-ground execution. 2021 Project revival and renewed commitment. The Andhra Pradesh government reaffirmed Bhogapuram Airport as a critical infrastructure project. Land acquisition was reaccelerated and negotiations with remaining landowners intensified. Government publicly committed to completing the airport as a priority for regional development. 2022 Full land handover and construction launch. Major milestone, substantial land was handed over to GMR. Ground-level construction officially began. Site development, earthworks, boundary demarcation, and drainage works commenced. The airport was renamed Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport, Asriya, to honor the freedom fighter. 2023 Runway construction and core infrastructure. Construction of the 3,800-meter runway began in full scale. Taxiways, aprons, and airside pavements progressed rapidly. Terminal building foundation work started. Navigation, safety, and utility infrastructure planning advanced. The project visibly moved from planning to execution phase. 2024 Terminal structure and systems development. Terminal superstructure construction gained momentum. Passenger processing systems, baggage handling design, and security layouts were finalized. Cargo terminal planning and MRO facility proposals advanced. Surface connectivity coordination with NH16 and regional roads continued. The airport became one of the largest active aviation construction sites in Andhra Pradesh. 2025 Current status and near-term outlook. Runway construction is nearing completion stages. Terminal buildings, ATC tower, and support facilities are under active development. Recruitment planning, airline engagement, and route feasibility studies have begun. Asriya is positioned for phased operational readiness once regulatory certifications are completed. Vision beyond, opening expansion-ready master plan for additional terminals, cargo hubs, aerotropolis, and logistics parks. Long-term goal, make Asriya a primary international gateway for North Andhra and South Odisha. Conclusion. From a post-bifurcation necessity in 2014 to a full-scale construction reality today, Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport reflects the complexities of large infrastructure development in India. Despite delays caused by land issues, policy transitions, and a global pandemic, Austria has emerged stronger. With solid government backing, private sector expertise, and a clear execution roadmap, airport design philosophy and infrastructure. Austria is designed as a future-ready airport, capable of scaling up in phases based on demand, runway and airside facilities. A 3,800-meter-long runway, orientation 1028, is under construction, capable of handling wide-body aircraft such as Boeing 777, Boeing 787, and Airbus A350. Advanced Instrument Landing Systems, ILS, and air navigation aids will ensure safe operations in all weather conditions. Spacious aprons, taxiways, and parking bays are planned for both passenger and cargo aircraft. Passenger Terminal. The terminal design emphasizes high passenger capacity, natural lighting and energy efficiency, seamless passenger flow, modern security and baggage handling systems. The architecture blends local cultural elements with contemporary international airport aesthetics, creating a sense of regional identity while maintaining global standards, connectivity, and access. Astria's success depends heavily on seamless surface connectivity. The airport is well integrated with National Highway 16, NH16, part of the Golden Quadrilateral National Highway 26 proposed Visakhapatnam Beach Corridor, future Visakhapatnam Metro Rail extension. Public transport connectivity is planned through APSRTC bus services, while Vizianagaram Junction, located about 26 kilometers away, serves as the nearest major railway hub. These links ensure easy access for passengers, workers, and cargo operators. Cargo, logistics, and MRO facilities. A major strength of ASRIA lies in its cargo and logistics vision. The airport is planned as a cargo gateway for agricultural exports, seafood and marine products, pharmaceuticals, electronics, and engineering goods. Dedicated cargo terminals, cold storage, and warehousing facilities will support export-oriented industries. Additionally, maintenance, repair, and overhaul MRO facilities are planned, which can reduce India's dependence on foreign aircraft maintenance hubs and generate high-skilled employment. Economic impact and employment generation. Austria is expected to act as a growth multiplier for the regional economy. Key impacts include thousands of direct jobs in airport operations, security, airlines, cargo, and maintenance, large-scale indirect employment in hospitality, tourism, transport, logistics, and real estate, attraction of foreign and domestic investments, growth of aerotropolis-style development around the airport land values, urban infrastructure and business activity in and around Bhogapuram, Vizianagaram, and northern Vizag are already witnessing long-term positive expectations. Tourism and international connectivity. With international status, Austria will significantly boost tourism to Araku Valley, Bora Caves, Visakhapatnam beaches, tribal and ecotourism circuits. Direct international flights will reduce travel time for the Andhra diaspora, business travelers, and tourists, positioning the region on the global aviation map. Environmental and sustainability measures. Modern airports must balance growth with sustainability. Austria incorporates energy-efficient terminal design, water, harvesting and waste management systems, noise management and green buffer zones, sustainable construction practices. These measures aim to reduce the environmental footprint while supporting long-term operational efficiency. Current status and future vision. Construction of the runway, terminal structures, and support infrastructure is progressing in phases. Once operational, Austria is expected to handle millions of passengers annually, with clear expansion pathways for additional terminals, runways, and cargo facilities as demand grows. In the long term, Austria is envisioned not just as an airport, but as a regional aviation ecosystem, a catalyst for economic transformation, global connectivity, and social development. Conclusion. The Alluri Sitarama Raju International Airport, Austria, stands as a symbol of Andhra Pradesh's future aspirations. By combining strategic location, world-class infrastructure, private sector expertise, and regional vision, Austria is set to redefine